And we're live. You know what's hard about the live thing is I don't know. It's so hard to get feedback. You hold this.
Where's the tripod?
Hey, hold that right there. Let's see if that'll work. I think it's working. It's not working very well. Down East Waves, how are you? Brian, welcome to the feed. The Man White, I see you. Okay, it's working. It's working. It's great news. Sorry, I'm trying to read the comments. I should be talking, but I'm reading. Down East Waves, all the way from Maine. Let me see. Okay, we're going to do a little question and answer this evening. Been getting a lot of questions about plans and what's going on, and thought if we did a live show that would answer a lot of those questions really quick. So, let's try this. This live thing might work, it might not, I don't know. This is the thing I hate about. It would be so much easier if I just had somebody to interview and ask the questions, and then I could just fire off the answers. But I'm trying to read, and Swamp Creek made it. Okay, let the party start. Swamp Creek is here. If you haven't checked out Swamp Creek, head on over there and check them out. Some great projects they're working on. Mark, hi, I'm glad to see you made it. We've had some technical difficulties this evening trying to figure this whole thing out. I don't know if this live show is going to work or not. Okay, Swamp Creek's going to ask the questions, and I'm going to give the answers. Brian says I need to move away from the camera. Brian, is this too close to my nose, buddy? You don't like that? Is that too close? Okay, I'm gonna back up. Is that better? Is that better? How is that? Better? Worse? Too far? Too close? Okay, there it is. Let me know if you want me to zoom in, Brian. I can do that. I got time. Lovely. Swamp Creek says, we just watched your video about being stuck in the snow. You mentioned you move. I've got some other videos on the latest and greatest, and I don't want to spoil the videos that are coming out. So, great question. But stick around, more videos to follow. We'll give the details on that here in the next little bit. Brian wants to know where I live. Brian, I'm in northern Idaho. Any other questions? I'll take your questions at this time. Swamp Creek says, bummer. I gotta save something. If I tell you everything right now, there'll be nothing to put in the videos later. Down East Wave says he liked the comments over at Red Poppy Ranch. I really like Heath over there at Red Poppy Ranch. That guy is awesome. I mean, the amount of work that he's done by himself on that place is unbelievable. He really is a Superman. And a smart guy. But sometimes it's fun to just share ideas creatively and come up with different strategies. So, I don't want to take any credit. That guy is super smart, and I may have made some suggestions, but he would have come up with his own ideas for sure. So people have been asking about the log cabin. We built the log cabin this last fall. We finished that project up. We're all done with the log cabin. There's 15 videos in that series. Be sure to check those out. And we're going to be starting some new projects here in January, and we'll be documenting those as well. So future construction projects and new developments on the homestead and lots going on. It's going to be an exciting year. Brian says we need to take up a collection, buy Red Poppy some scaffolding over at his place. You know, I think even if you bought that guy scaffolding, I don't know that he would use it. I think he likes the ladder, and it moves around real quick. He doesn't have to take it down, put it up. For one guy, the ladder is working great. Swamp Creek says they greatly recommend snow chains for mud and ice. I agree with you. I recently had some experience in that department, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. Maybe even studded tires would be a good idea. I think studded tires would be fantastic. I wonder if I need to zoom out. I don't know. This is the tough part about the live feed is I should have started with some kind of a topic or subject. Swamp Creek was saying that they use studded snow tires and they've had great results with them. I can imagine after the ice that we've put up with, I don't know that there's any other tire to buy but a studded snow tire for sure. So let's talk plans for this year. Still want to get house built, and work is super busy, so I'm sure there will still be lots and lots of construction projects and things to share. It seems like any kind of videos that are on the construction, whether it's putting foundation or log cabin or excavation, people love seeing that stuff. So we'll continue to share that. We want to try and get the video to more videos more frequently. I have figured out that will save a bunch of time and allow me to put up videos a lot more often, more frequently. Hopefully increase my quality. Everybody's asking about Miss Kim. Miss Kim's got some stuff going on tonight. I'm hoping that she's going to show up here any minute, but the truth of the matter is that I had put in for a live show and scheduled it, but I forgot about the time change, and so rookie mistake. I've got the wrong time, and it's kind of caught me off guard. So I think in the future, as we figure out the live shows and we do these more regularly, that it'll become a lot. I think it'll go a lot smoother, and the two of us can get here at the same time and do the live shows together. Because it's way more fun doing a live show with her than it is than doing this by myself. Uncle Brian says that he wants to see a professional who knows what he's doing. Brian, you may want to find another channel, because I'm making this stuff up every day, buddy. I I don't know if I can be your professional. Your standards are too high. Way too high. Swamp Creek says they've never done a live show before. It's tough. Doing a live show is tough. It's not like you get to go back in and edit and fix and change things up. So this may be our first and last live show. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'd like to get a feel from the audience on what they want to see. What would you like to see more of? More family, more of the construction business, more of developing the rural property, more of the issues with drilling a well, septic, putting power in. What's the curiosity? What would you like to see more of? Down East says he likes the short videos, and I'm not sure. All of my videos are usually, 10 minutes or whatever, and it's usually just a single topic of what's going on in the day or where we're at or, whatever the struggle was. People are wondering about the homestead cleanup that we did in Provo Canyon down in Utah. We hauled out 30 to get cleaned up, and new owners excited. I know they're going to probably start hauling and building a new place. I get those questions from time to time. We've got a bunch of videos on the homestead cleanup that we did with red poppy last spring. Swamp Creek says they want to see more of the personal journey. I struggle with that because I like sharing, but I don't necessarily like sharing everything. But maybe that's what I need to do, is just commit to turning the camera on and putting out a video every day and kind of sharing the life and times of everything that's going on between the family and the business and building a house and developing property. There's certainly a lot to put on camera, but I wonder how much is too much. So we'll work on that as this year goes on. I think the personal journey. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Young HH says, I also want to see your personal journey in terms of homestead projects and whatnot. You're going to see a lot of that this year. We have got a lot on the plate to get done. But a lot of times at work, we're working on projects and doing things that I like sharing. And so I don't know, maybe I need to put that on another channel and separate business from personal. I don't know, maybe some feedback on that would be a good thing to get a feel from the audience on what you think. Would you like to see Just Construction have its own channel and we'll just stick to the rural life and family on Essential Mountain Homesteading? I guess let us know. Sorry, I'm over here reading the comments. Tom, all the way from Germany, thanks for tuning in. That's I didn't realize that we were gonna have folks from Germany tonight. I figured it'd be way past your bedtime. Brian says, maybe Kim can do family stuff and you can do Builder Bob stuff. Maybe that's it, or share a little of both. We'll do a little family stuff and Builder stuff, trying to do more of that stuff together, get different perspective. That's a great idea, Brian. Swamp Creek says, Homestead Journey, maybe a video of who y'all are, where you were before you started your channel, where you're at in your journey, and where you're headed. Give the details as you're comfortable with. That's not a bad idea. It's going to, I think this year it's going to be easier to be, you know, we've only been at this, geez, not even a year, haven't 8 months we've been on YouTube. And a lot of learning, but I think we're starting to get it figured out, and I think we just need to do more of it. Let's see, back to Down East Waves. I like seeing your problems and your solutions. Well, I have definitely got problems, and occasionally I come up with some pretty good solutions, so I'll work on that. So I think that's the secret this year, is trying to figure out the balance between personal life and family life, and I think I'll just strive to do a better job at balancing those two out. Modern Off-Grid Blueprint. Your work videos are hilarious. Your banter with the workers is great. I'm glad somebody feels that way. A lot of people bust my chops because I am not as polite as they think I should be with the employees. I love my guys, and I would never treat them wrong. And they're some fantastic workers. But if I can't bust their chops and we can't joke around, then why even go to work? Daniel Jordan, great channel. You have high quality videos, and audio is a bonus to someone. Okay. Let's see. You know, I think that's the thing, is if we keep keep the family on one channel, keep business on one channel, and keep the journey on one channel, then it's going to make more sense. I think if we split up into different channels, then it's not going to make sense. It's not going to be as fluid. There's going to be holes in the story. So maybe keeping them together is the right thing to do. Sorry, I'm off reading the comments again. So, and you know, Swamp Creek says it takes time to figure out your niche in YouTube and what you're wanting to share. And I think that's been part of the journey in 2017 is, who are we? What are we about? Where are we going? What are we doing? And of that journey, what do we want to share and what do we want to keep for ourselves? You know, we put up a lot of videos that we don't put public. We keep them private. Those are family videos or family vacation stuff that we don't want to share with the world, but we definitely want to keep in this kind of digital diary for ourselves. And it's even fun to go back and look at beginning of the last summer and see the kids and, you know, have memories and some of those things. So I like the aspect of YouTube in sharing, but I also like, you know, keeping those memories for ourselves and for down the road. Swamp Creek says, keep it on the same channel. I do have another channel. I have the Pilch Custom Homes YouTube channel, and I've had that for 6 or 7 years, and I've never done anything with it. I have a few videos on there. I probably need to put some more videos over there, but I really enjoy the homesteading aspect. I like living this rural lifestyle. I like sharing it with the kids and friends that we meet along the way. And really, this is kind of where my passion is this homesteading, rural life, living in the country, and what it takes, and some of the highs and some of the lows of being out here. So I think I want to develop the construction side of things, because I get clients that come to me and they say, hey, what work have you done, or what projects have you worked on? And so if I could say, hey, check us out on YouTube, it's got the last 3 years worth of projects. They could take a look at those projects and say, oh yeah, these guys are good at this and that, and they can do that, and I like what they did here. And it would be a fantastic digital resume that I could show to future clients. So I probably need to develop that as well. Young HH asks, do you live near Red Poppy? Nope, Red Poppy lives a long ways away, but we get down that way quite often, and we try and stop in and see him when we can. I'd like to get, Heath is a fantastic plumber. That's what he did. And I really want to get Red Poppy up to help us out with doing the plumbing in our house. I've got tons of experience on exterior utilities and sewer and power and water and all that good stuff. But it would really be great to get him up and have him help us with the interior plumbing, some of the radiant floor systems and other things that we have planned in the house. So I definitely think there's going to be room for future projects with Red Poppy Ranch, and Heath is so much fun to hang out with. Even if we just get together and dink around, it's still going to be a good time. Well, a lot of comments coming in. I'm struggling to try and keep up with them. Serrata Wood, can you maybe talk about how to choose a builder or contractor? Sure. What do I recommend? The bottom line is to be a builder and be a contractor is not about how good he is at his particular skill, the carpenter is. It's really about what system that contractor have in place. And what I mean is look at his office staff and see how they manage who his subcontractors are, work for him, and how often time. And then other homeowners that he's built houses for. So if the contractor is good office staff, good sub, then he's going to be able to get your house built. The problem is most contractors are some tool bags, one truck, phone, and they want to build a house for somebody. And they don't have what it takes to manage the paperwork or manage the money, and they don't have the relationship with the subcontractors to get all of that work done. So that's my advice to anybody looking for a contractor is check out his office as opposed to his tool collection. Like Brian says, yeah, if you're looking for a contractor, go look at their last 4 jobs and talk to those people. That's going to tell you pretty much everything you need to know, for sure. Down East Waves, no problem. I enjoy sharing. It's as much as I get to share, I get to learn as well. And that's the thing I really enjoy about this YouTube and YouTube community is that when I share stuff and I get feedback and comments, there's all sorts of great information and ideas that are shared. And that's, I think, the thing that I enjoy most about this whole experience. So Swamp Creek asked, is Red Poppy in Idaho or in Montana? Red Poppy's in Idaho. He has excellent taste in states. He asked, Do you wear prescription sunglasses? No, I have great eyes and great vision, but I don't like light, and so I wear sunglasses all the time. Sunglasses never come off my head ever. Somebody asked about the Green Army tent. You know, that tent has been awesome. We used the heck out of it all summer, all fall. Had people in it. Friends and family came to visit. We used it. Ended up, you know, we had the stove in it. Kept things really nice, even down to single-digit temperatures. We ran an extension cord out there. Had all sorts of amenities, lights, and different things. It was great. Certainly not a tent that I would keep up through the entire winter. The snow load is just too wet, too heavy. It'd tear the tent apart. But for 3 seasons, that tent is awesome. I can't wait to get it set back up next spring and start using it again. Serrata Wood said, awesome. Thank you, Brian and Josh. We're looking to build a house, but finding a good contractor is scary. It really is. Especially in this economy where there are so many, you know, anybody who's kind of worth their salt is busy, and it's hard to find good guys. And so the guys that are available to start the project are usually the guys that don't have as much experience as you would want. So it may be worth getting on a waiting list with a really good contractor, and even if it means you got to wait 6 months or a year to get on his schedule, I think it would be worth the wait to have a good contractor build your home. Well, I'm glad we got this chance to chit-chat a little bit, and please keep the questions coming. I love getting the feedback. I love being able to share with you guys out there, and we want to hear from you, whether it's send us an email or comment on the videos. Stay in touch with us. Hey, Bert made it. Bert, good to hear from you. Bert's been with us from the beginning, maybe even the very first video. He's the only Bert that ever comments. I'm pretty sure. We are full-time in Idaho. We love Idaho for the recreation, for the hunting, and hey, Serrata Wood, I'm not afraid of building on the East Coast. I don't know if but maybe it's always good to check for license and insurance. For sure, check license and insurance and they've had. It's a good idea to get us for everything, and have a great night. And